Hey everyone, I'm Robbie Cornthwaite.
I'm Daniel Mullen.
I'm Angelo Costanzo.
I'm Marco Flores.
I'm Marcelo Garuska.
I'm Ian Fife.
This is Casio, and you're watching.
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 And you are watching
Purebred Reds, Adelaide United Fan TV.
Hi, I'm Daniel Mullen, former Adelaide United player and Asian Champions League winner with Western Sydney Wanderers. When it comes to any of my soccer needs, I do my shopping here at Soccer Locker. An Australian-owned and operated business, the store is located at Shop 5 of 181 to 183 Grange Road, Findon. Founded in 2017, Soccer Locker was introduced into the market to fulfil all the soccer-related needs of Australians, providing a huge range of quality clothing and equipment ranging from soccer balls, team kits, goalkeeper gear, accessories and much more. Recently arrived stock also includes stunning retro kits from some of our favourite past eras as fans of the world game. Soccer Locker is a specialist in premier range boots, Adidas and Puma, goalkeeper gear and licensed merchandise. Visit us online at www.soccerlocker.com.au with free delivery Australia-wide. So get shopping now at our Findon store, open from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday and open Saturdays.
Hello and welcome to the Purebred Reds, Adelaide United Fan TV. I'm your host Ellis Gelios in the studios to bring you a bit of an update today, an update on all things Adelaide United. We'll be touching on the magnificent win over Sydney FC last week. What a win it was. We'll also be talking about this bizarre attack on the Red Army, our active supporter group, by an article in The Raw, which has taken a lot of people by surprise. We'll be basically lifting the lid on that one and giving some opinions there. It's an update video, so enjoy. And this is coming to you from the Flow FM studios here in Roseworthy, South Australia. For a sensational win against Sydney FC, 3-2 the final score. What a win this was. Just outstanding, and we haven't beaten them in Sydney FC, that is, since the championship season. It's been a hell of a burden not being able to get a result there for so long, and I'm ecstatic. The late show just keeps delivering, and we haven't had one of these, though, for some time. I mean, this was epic, truly epic, got everyone right out of their seat, and again, you know, you say what you want about whether it was deserved or not, but by God, was it sweet. Just highway robbery, but against Sydney FC, it's always beautiful. And just those memes of Steve Corica's Hello Darkness face towards the end there when Craig Goodwin somehow just stole the show was absolutely incredible. This is a review of the game, but I'm also going to discuss a recent controversial article penned and published on The Raw, which is a fairly highly visited traffic website, sporting website in Australia. A lot of people do share around articles that are written on it. The kind of thing that's in dispute is that the authors can be anonymous and they can be anyone. So they're not necessarily journalists or people that are qualified. They're just people submitting opinionated pieces. And someone's written a piece basically attacking certain segments of the club and facets that relate to match day when it comes to Adelaide United games. And it's caused quite a stir. It involves a bit of a sledge on the Red Army, the supporter group, which of course we've collaborated with plenty of times on Purebred Reds, Adelaide United Fan TV, the active support of the club. I'm going to talk about that after I review the game against Sydney. We'll go through the lineup. So Sydney FC starting with Red Rain in goal, Grant and Talbot, the two fullbacks, Wallen and Wilkinson, the two centre halves, Caceres and Ninkovic starting out wide, Yazbek and Retre, the two central midfielders, and Lafondra and Bahaja up forward. For Adelaide United, Gauchi in goal. Good to have him back these days too. In centre back was Popovic and Barr, Lopez and Cavallo, the fullbacks, Goodwin and Brook, the two wide players. One day Isais playing through the middle, Ibusuki and Clough up forward. This was just a sensational win. Super stoked. And I mean, one thing that I found interesting was, again, how slow we started. We conceded within 5 minutes. Cavallo caught out at fullback. Ryan Grant with a really easy finish. We just didn't really look to be in it for large periods, and were fairly sloppy, to be honest. Sydney FC looked like they were going to have a bit of a day out. But luckily, a fantastic ball played into Craig Goodwin, who I'm going to get onto in just a second, gets us back in the game. 1-1. and then the fallout continued from there. Now, Craig Goodwin in scoring for Adelaide United became our all-time top goal scorer, which is spectacular. Really, really pleased for him. I've said it before on this show. I think we need to start asking the question, what more does he need to do before he is considered he already is one of Adelaide United's greatest ever players, but the greatest. It's kind of not a favourable tag to throw around because we never want to single the one, I guess, but he's got to be in that conversation soon. The greatest ever Adelaide United player, Craig Goodwin. Is he the one? He's now captain. He's Adelaide born and bred. He's a Socceroo, and he's our all-time top scorer. What more do you want? On top of that, he's shown loyalty to the club. Now, this was an interesting game. Sydney FC really the better team, no question about it whatsoever. But Carl Viet made some substitutions, and we actually started to see, a fairly well-oiled Adelaide United in that second half. Sydney scored what looked like through Bahaja to be a winner, and they just looked to sort of want to hold on from that point. Questions about whether Gauchi should have made a save with that one, but Bahaja found the far corner, and Sydney looked to be on their way. But then George Blackwood stepping up, answering his critics with a late goal. It looked to be, a real sucker punch with a draw, let alone the fact that a very, very, very late ball gets played. It's a diagonal switch that gets played. The two Sydney centre-backs, McGowan was one of them and Wilkinson the other, getting caught in each other's way, and it falls to Craig, who just lashes it home. A brilliant win. Super pleased. We win on top of the MacArthur win, which was great. And we're now in a pretty good position. All we can do is win our games. Yes, other teams have games in hand on us, but all we can do is win the games that we have yet to play. And a massive game now where we're at home to Perth Glory on Sunday the 24th, and by God, will that be an important 3 points. If we can't win there, then we're our own worst enemy. We need to win that game, but if we win that game, we're in a very favourable position, sitting in fourth now, which is very healthy indeed. Very good win overall, and I think, our depth was certainly tested, but certain players standing up, and you just can't take anything away from the team in the end. Going to Sydney, backing up with a very short turnaround from the win over MacArthur, but we end up getting it done. And, Craig Goodwin, please have another baby. Please sign a long-term contract and stay here forever. Now, I want to talk about this Raw article that came out. This was an article basically preempting the new ownership for Adelaide United. The Purebred Group will be taking over. It seems to be the official news. It's by no means official in any other way other than the fact that it's being reported in this one outlet, and there's murmurs of it in the local TV media. But this story basically assessed what needs to be done by the Purebred Group when they come in next season. But it also took aim at a section of the club. And by that I mean the Red Army. Now, basically what the article put out was that it suggested that the vaccine mandate, which is not a Red Army thing or an Adelaide United thing, it's actually a venue management thing. That's drawn people away from games, people that don't want to be vaccinated. Well, fine, that's fair enough if it's true. I'm sure it is true to a very small extent. It also said that the Red Army were partly responsible, along with the club, for shoving down the Pride sentiments from the Pride game. Now, you got to be careful here, but I think, judging from comments I've seen, that might be slightly true. That may reflect some truth. The fact that both the Red Army and the club aligned to really promote Pride Day and make a big thing of it. And the article said, well, no other A-League clubs did it, so some supporters felt a little bit awkward by that, particularly ones that had to sit in the Red Army where all the Pride celebrations were ongoing. It might be true. Who knows? You'd have to survey people and really get an honest answer from them. But then the article went on to attack the Red Army by saying, that because a woman is now the president, that they're not what they used to be, and it's driven active supporters away. Well, I know people in the Red Army. By no means do I have, a strong relationship with many of them, but I know plenty of people in the Red Army, and they're all good people. particularly the hierarchy. They're all good people, and they don't get paid. They're non-for-profit. They turn out and they do it to assist fans that want to have an active role on match day. No one pays them for their time. They spend a lot of time outside of match days planning for everything. They have an actual constitution. They have meetings that take place, all for the benefit of fans. So to attack the Red Army was really, I think, fishing for a reaction, which it did get. But I think certainly unfounded criticisms there. Why you would attack a president just because she's a woman and put that to print is staggering. Now, it is worth noting that the article has been amended since that took place, but still pretty questionable stuff indeed. And full support to the Red Army in this time, because they could just pack up and say, no, we're going to the pub if that's the kind of press we're going to get and the kind of feedback we're going to get. So that was disappointing to see. But anyway, let's look onwards and upwards. It's been another episode of the Purebred Reds Adelaide United Fan TV. Thanks for joining me, Ellis Gelios, your host here in the Flow FM studios. Thanks to our sponsor, Soccer Locker. We'll see you for that game against Perth Glory at Cooper Stadium. Thanks so much, guys.